Hi everyone, I'm here at Jeddah International Book Fair and I've been told that there are lots of comics and anime related publications available. So is that really the case? Stay tuned. There's a lot of commotion, a lot of people are in, of course, because it's a free entry. But nevertheless, it just shows how many people in Jeddah are into all kinds of books, books for kids, books for adults, fiction, non-fiction. And as soon as I entered the main lobby, I've come across my favorite area, Sci-Fi Zone. There is significant amount of English publications, and let's see what this Sci-Fi Zone has to offer. Is it something for us geeks? I am seeing something of a stormtrooper, so let's see what's inside. They even have a collector's section in the Sci-Fi Zone where they have even described the history of science fiction, when it actually began and everything. So I'm going to be taking you through all of it. It's a really amazing experience, and especially if you're into Star Trek and Star Wars, I think they have a lot to offer. So the history of science fiction is here. Then I'm heading straight towards the collector's section. And here I'm coming across a lot of memorabilia. I'm not familiar with all the pop culture swords that are there, but collector's editions, Mego dolls, action figures as we call them. Captain Kirk, Spock behind him, Scotty, World of Warcraft, and there's more. Star Trek Starship Legends collection. Here we have Star Wars CP3O. I think that's Luke Skywalker. Yes, that's a collectible Luke Skywalker action figure. I think this is a better view. I'm heading to the reading club within the sci-fi section. So they have this small area that's having some books, mostly in Arabic science fiction. Something on the horizon, but anime related. So they have a dedicated section for anime, and for good reason. I also see manga comics behind them. Oh my god. So it's not just about the publishers, but even local stores that are selling anime toys, comics, they are having their stalls here. Beautiful Batman cutout, amazing books. We have Jurassic Park, Dungeons and Dragons, Back to the Future. There's also Marvel book, but it's not comics related. Harry Potter. Inside editions, they provide a very unique experience about the world or the universe of our favorite characters. I'm looking at these 3D books, if you will. Here is a Star Wars 3D book, and it's beautiful. There's also a pizza cookbook of Ninja Turtles. Our neighborhood heroes, Jazirat al-Kanz, with their anime, Marvel memorabilia and collectible toys. Finally, I have reached Pan World booth B1, and they have loads of our favorite characters: Batman Noir, Hush, even Diary of a Wimpy Kid.
يقول لما نطلع يعطونا كتاب. لا هذا مشكلة، لازم انت الكتاب ما يدخل وما يخرج. ايوه ما يخرج كتاب؟ لا انت.
They even have All-Star Batman and Robin by Frank Miller and Jim Lee.
طيب
But they have mostly hardcover collections, omnibus. You have Fantastic Four, Watchmen. Oh my God! What if omnibus? X-Men by Jonathan Hickman. I think this is House of X and Power of X. Wow. So anyone who wants to collect omnibus collections of Marvel, DC, Image, anybody else, you can find it here. They even have Alan Moore's V for Vendetta. They have Thor graphic novel. They have Penguin Classic, Black Panther, the Don McGregor, Rich Buckler, Billy Graham, the classic collection, and also the Stan Lee and the Jack Kirby, all collected into one. This here is a masterpiece. David Michelini and Todd McFarlane. Spider-Man collection. We have Captain America Lives. This is the time when Captain America had died after Civil War and Bucky Barnes took the mantle. Then Captain America came back. Loads and loads of graphic novels, books. They even have this collection of Marvel Studios, the story of Marvel Studios. Doctor Strange, Omnibus, X-Men, Hellfire Gala, Thunderbolts, Sandman, Neil Gaiman. Oh man. X Factor, Peter David, the classic ones. And then we have the Avengers collection. Now this one is very special because this collects all the comics and stories when the Avengers had celebrated their 30th anniversary back in 1993. I still have some comics from this era, and this is one of the finest works that was ever produced in those days. What I've learned about them, they sell their collection on Amazon Saudi Arabia, amazon.sa. But I'm really amazed with the kind of collection they have, hardcover as well as paperback, for all major Marvel and DC titles. Really, I mean, this was worth my trip, because if any one of you is looking for some really good collection, you can pass by here. I don't know, by the time this vlog of mine gets published, maybe the book fair is gonna finish. But then again, even we have next year, and the good thing is that comics, superheroes have made a strong presence in this year's book fair, so we can always hope for the best in the next one. This here's the booth for manga books, but this is something really surprising. They have the complete Infinity Gauntlet Omnibus. Let's look at the Omnibus, Infinity Gauntlet Omnibus. A wonderful story. And then they also have Marvel Star Wars graphic novels. They have the Doomsday Clock graphic novel. They also have Hawkeye, the saga of Barton and Bishop, with Alex Ross cover, and the story written by Matt Fraction, David Ayer. Even though it's a manga bookstore, but I'm glad that they have something related to Marvel and one DC title, but very important. Manga, Arabiya, their comics, graphic novels. They have a booth altogether. Quite busy. Dar Mahrusa is based in Cairo, Egypt, and they specialize in producing translated work of famous superhero stories. So as I'm walking here, I see Watchmen Noir, I see Batman Noir, all translated in Arabic. So if you guys are interested to read these amazing stories. The Killing Joke, they have it in Arabic in its entirety. They have lots of other work from Arab creators. But even if you are into DC, because I don't see anything Marvel related, I see V for Vendetta, they also have that. And so basically translated collections in Arabic. A lot of international publishers I'm coming across: Little Brown Book Group, Macmillan, Penguin, Bloomsbury. Now what is that? I see Marvel, I see Bandai, The Little Things from UAE. They have a huge booth, and they have a huge range of memorabilia, collector's items, statues, action figures. Some very limited edition Marvel and DC Funko Pops are here, and there's this really awesome Funko of Stormtrooper, and then the Batman. These are also limited edition. I've just been informed, and you guys are going to be surprised where I am. So here they are, Sultan Store. You can follow them on Instagram, and as always, if you're looking for a really good special edition Funko Pop figures, these guys have it all, and it's amazing that they are participating here in the book fair. One thing that I have noticed in this section, Marvel and DC and their authorized distributors need to be here in Jeddah International Book Fair. Right now local players are coming in with their stuff, but definitely they need to have a bigger, more impactful presence. They cannot ignore it anymore. That's all for today. It was a really good experience. I have never seen so many publishers gathering at one spot in Jeddah. Jeddah International Book Fair clearly has done a great deal for all the readers, both in Jeddah as well as the entire country. But what made me really happy was the fact to see publishers, sellers, various organizations that are selling sci-fi, that are selling manga, that are selling Marvel and DC stuff, having a presence in this fair. And I'm really, as I've said earlier, hopeful that next year the presence of superhero genre, especially, it's going to be much bigger than this year. Thank you so much for watching. Like my video, make sure to subscribe to my channel. See you guys again.